All right, here I am at the Main Street Railroad crossing in Bancroft, Michigan. Now this right here is a rather neat railroad crossing here owned by the C.N. Flint subdivision, and this crossing, as you can tell already, unlike many of the others across the line which look the same with the modern Siemens equipment and whatnot, this crossing features a few interesting and rare elements that I should explain for y'all. And I also just got this crossing in action since I caught M396 about 20 minutes ago here, and I thought I'd come down here and catch a few trains while I'm coming home from trade school, and also tour some of the crossings that are here in the downtown area of this small village of Bancroft. You can see there's the post office and also a tornado siren right there, specifically a 2001 SRN. But yeah, I guess all that said, I'll explain the details as I go on. So with that said, let's get to it. So for the first signal, this has a Siemens base, and here's the emergency information, and the dot tag and the dot number is 283704P. And for the gate mechanism of this one, this has a Siemens gate mechanism with the stamped logo, which replaced a older gen Western Coal and Hayes gate mechanism in the past. And this features some Rico LED gate lights, no wind guard on this one. And for the lights on this one, this has two pairs of Safetran 12 by 24 inch GE uniform LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket, which replaced some, which I believe replaced a mixture of Western Coal and Hayes and Federal Signal 8-inch lights in the past. Now, obviously, this isn't the original signal mast, so that's how I know all these used to be here. And for the bell on this one, which is kind of the rare part, this has a Safetran Type 1 electronic bell, which is pretty rare. Although you do see, like I said on another video, you do see these bells more commonly on the C.N. Holly subdivision, but not so much anymore on the C.N. Flint sub. Like, for example, the one in East Lansing, which recently got replaced by a high-pitched Siemens e-bell. But this one is still here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I guess all that said, let's go ahead and move on to the next signal. So, yep, as I cross the road, as you can see, the road is pretty wide due to the sideways parking spots, but it does narrow down after the crossing. Now, I apologize if the audio seems a little uneven in this video. It is super windy out, so I decided to use my shotgun mic for this video. But yeah, so here's the next signal, speaking of which. So I guess moving on, not speaking of which, but here's the next signal, which is kind of similar to the first. This one has another Siemens base, and here's the emergency information in dot number once again. And for the gate mechanism, this has another Siemens gate mechanism with the stamped logo, which replaced another older gen Western Coal and Hayes gate mechanism in the past. And this features some more Rico LED gate lights, no wind guard once again. And worth mentioning, both of these Siemens gate mechanisms have the Western Coal and Hayes gate arm brackets. And for the lights on this one, this has two more pairs of Safetran 12 by 24 inch GE uniform LEDs sitting on another Safetran light bracket. I almost said dialight. Yeah, these are the GE uniforms, as you can see, which replaced more Federal Signal 8-inch lights in the past. And for a bell, this has a General Signals Type 1 electronic bell. That's right, guys. This has two Type 1 e-bells, one from General Signals, one from Safetran. So this has a rather rare electronic bell combo. Now, one thing worth mentioning that's kind of sad, but also kind of rare on the Flint sub, these two bells only ring while the gates are going down, and they ring again when the gates start going up. Pretty neat stuff, I have to say. So yeah, this was the Main Street Railroad crossing here in Bancroft, Michigan. Here's the relay case. So see where the dot number's sitting at milepost 242.4. I think that's what it was. But yeah, I guess with all that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the track view. Down there, it's heading towards another crossing here at Grand River Road, and it also heads towards the Extension Road crossing. You can see where the control point Bancroft is, where it's split into two tracks, and this eventually heads towards Vernon and Durand. And down there is heading west towards another crossing at Shiawassee Street. My voice cracked, but at Shiawassee Street, which I'm going to tour next, and down towards Payne Road and a few other crossings, eventually towards the Shaftesburg area and the Perry area. Pretty neat stuff. Yeah, this is pretty much like the west part of the Flint sub. Well, the beginning of it, since, you know, I think I'd say Durand is like the middle point of the Flint sub. So yeah, I guess with all that said, this was the Main Street Railroad crossing here in Bancroft, Michigan. Really neat stuff. I got this crossing in action, but it definitely won't be my last time getting it in action. Really nice area, really nice crossings. And I guess with all that said, over and out.